This video is sponsored by G2A. Use cashback code DORON for 3% off on Warcraft products. Hello guys, this is Doronsmovies, and today I will be giving you top 10 most horrific demons in World of Warcraft, covering some of the scariest and most powerful demonic creations in the game. So, without further ado, let's get into the lore. Number 10. Shivarra. Horrific creatures that we first ever encountered in Outland. The Shivarra or Shivan are 6-armed female demons averaging 20 to 30 feet in height, which is around 8 meters. Very little is known about them aside from the fact that they're scary, that they wield a ton of weapons and are extremely powerful. These priestesses only live to evangelize the power of Sargeras's burning crusade and are known to be more fanatical than pretty much any other demon out there. Definitely not someone you'd want to do battle with. Number 9. Ur'zul. The creepiest on this list, Ur'zul are creatures formed from tormented bodies and souls of the fallen members of the Army of the Light. They seem to be dog-like creatures with multiple Eredar heads and a mouth. Aside from the Army of the Light, there is also a spell that steals the souls of the broken Draenei and creates new Ur'zul. These creatures look more like something that the Lich King would create as opposed to Sargeras, but it is important to remember that even the Lich King and the Scourge were actually created by the Burning Legion. Nonetheless, Ur'zul are eerie beings. Number 8. Felguards. The iconic footmen of the Burning Legion, Felguards are one of the more common yet very powerful demon units. They are strong physically and they almost always wield heavy two-handed weapons. They're completely fearless and incredibly, if not almost mindlessly loyal to their masters. At around 8 feet or 240 centimeters, they are much larger than most mortals and are quite imposing. Half of their body is unarmored, while the other half is very heavily armored. Felguards are actually a part of the influential Morg race, and unlike most of their brethren, they didn't have their bodies changed by bionic parts. Fel Lords are the more evolved and more powerful version of the Felguards. As one of the most common footmen, they were a crucial part of the Burning Legion structure. Number 7. Satyr. The Satyr were once Night Elves. It all originated with Xavius, a highborn sorcerer that was very close to Ashara. Due to his failures during the War of the Ancients, he was destroyed and remade into a horrific demonic form. Subsequently, he would start spreading the curse to other Night Elves and even other races. When the Burning Legion was defeated, a large part of the surviving Satyr and demons battled against the Night Elves in the event known as the War of the Satyr. They were almost completely destroyed by the newly formed Worgen Druids. After that, they would live in the dark woods, mainly in the form of sects, and were quite isolated. Still, they would never regain their former glory. The Satyr are very good at wielding magic and are physically powerful at the same time. Worst of all, they have the ability to spread their curse, which is how they remained relevant for over 10,000 years. Today, they are almost extinct, but are still feared as the demons haunting the woods. Number 6. Dreadlords. The Netrazim are one of the most intelligent, sinister, and dangerous members of the Burning Legion. They are vampire-like beings with powerful manipulation powers, mind control abilities, and overall scary corpse-like appearance. They're almost on par with the Eredar when it comes to magic, making them one of the most powerful spellcasters in the entire universe. Since the formation of the Burning Legion, they have been the brains behind the demonic armies and are responsible for much of their success. Their abilities are incredibly scary, being able to turn worlds against each other, brother against brother, and then turning the defeated armies into slaves. During the Third War, the Dreadlords were the jailers of the Lich King and were crucial in the newest invasion. Recently, Illidan had invaded their homeworld of Natreza, causing a cataclysmic explosion, obliterating a great part of it. As the Burning Legion was defeated, the Natrezim lost their power, but they still exist. Number 5. Fel Hounds. The Fel Hounds are probably the most notable Burning Legion cannon fodder and footmen. They are twisted animal-like creatures and are something between a wolf, a bug, and a reptile, and are incredibly fast and powerful for their size. They possess sharp teeth, horns, claws, and a thick hide and some fur. Atop their back they have 2 long tentacles, also used for combat. Fel Hounds are often utilized by the Legion to sniff out sources of magic, as they actually feed on it, and they're especially fond of draining the life energies out of a spellcaster. For this reason, they're often referred to as Mana Stalkers or Fel Stalkers. As alien-like creatures, something from StarCraft as in the Zerg, they were very numerous and still exist to this day. Despite their small size, they're able to easily pick apart most humanoids and were heavily used by the Burning Legion. Number 4. Observers. One of the creepier on this list, the Observers are literally a floating head. Native to the Twisting Nether, these demons contain 2 rows of teeth, 7 eyes, and 10 tentacles. Observers can shoot magic beams through the eyes, with different types of magic coming from each eye. Young Observers can only have a single eye and are generally less aggressive. They are one of the least loyal members of the Legion, and it is even said that they're not even the members of the Burning Legion, but they're just taking part because they're interested. They have a deep desire to witness magic and can see through stealth and invisibility. They vary in power from very powerful to only just regular minions. Still, they have proven to be quite the asset to the Burning Crusade. Number 3. Aranasi. Demons that were only recently introduced in the game, but are seemingly very powerful and very high in the chain of command. The Aranasi are arachnid demons, a mix between spiders and humanoids, standing on 2 legs with wings. Some speculate that they're remnants of a forgotten race on a world that the Burning Legion conquered many years ago. This could mean that they're either a native race that they recruited, but most likely they are a race that fought them, but was defeated and then twisted and corrupted to serve the Burning Legion. From what we have seen, they are agile, intelligent, can wield magic, and some are even known to create poison. Scary creatures, nonetheless. Number 2. Doomguards. Known as the Eredruin, these demons are said to have been the Titan's hounds, enslaved to police the use of arcane magic. Sargeras would free them and make them one of the greatest assets of the newly formed Burning Legion. Doomguards are massive creatures and extremely powerful. Not only are they huge, but they also have wings, meaning that they are humongous flying demons. They usually wield massive blazing swords and are heavily armored. There are different power levels to them, but some are known to be able to defeat entire armies with just their sheer strength. Aside from the physical aspect, they're very intelligent and are generally commanders and are utilized to lead troops into battle, having a clear view from the air. Devoted to their Pitlord masters, they revel in the destruction of planets. And lastly, number 1. Pitlords. The Annihilin, commonly known as Pitlords, are one of the most powerful demons of the entire Burning Legion. They were native to the Twisting Nether and were demons before the Legion even became a thing. They are quite the opposite to Dreadlords, as they're all about brute force. Kil'jaeden recruited these monstrosities, and since then they were always quite high in the chain of command. Most of the time they're generals and only come into battle when they can really make an impact, sometimes being used as living siege engines. These creatures were so powerful that one of them, Manroth, essentially started the entire Orcish horde in the invasion of Azeroth as they drank his blood. They are massive, humongous, lizard-like creatures and usually wield a double-bladed pole arm. Most of them have been defeated so far, but these gigantic creations were literally one of the top demon races within the Burning Legion. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out top 10 most horrific undead creations and check out the second channel by clicking on the link in the description below. See you next time.